Have you ever wondered which African city truly feels like the capital of the entire continent? Is it Nairobi with its global tech reputation, Addis Ababa with its powerful diplomatic presence, Lagos with its unstoppable energy, or Johannesburg with its economic might? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into these four cities, exploring their influence, culture, economy, and global reach. By the end of this video, you will have a clearer picture of which one best deserves that title, Africa's unofficial capital. So stick around, and before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with your friends so more people can join this discussion. When we ask which African city feels most like the capital of the whole continent, we are really asking which city carries the weight of Africa's identity, power, and global voice. Is it about being the hub of diplomacy like Addis Ababa? Is it about economic dominance like Johannesburg? Is it cultural and creative power like Lagos? Or is it about being the symbol of innovation and growth like Nairobi? In this video, we analyze each of these four cities across different areas: politics, economy, culture, infrastructure, global recognition, and even symbolism. Stick with me because the comparison will surprise you. Let's start with Nairobi, Kenya's bustling capital. Nairobi is often called the Silicon Savannah because of its booming tech sector. Global companies like Google, Microsoft, and IBM have offices there, making it a true hub for innovation. Nairobi is also a key gateway to East Africa, with Jomo Kenyatta International Airport serving as one of the busiest in the region. Beyond tech, it's home to the United Nations headquarters in Africa, which automatically elevates Nairobi's diplomatic weight. With both UN Habitat and UNEP based there, Nairobi is not just Kenya's capital, it's a global city where major decisions on environment and human settlement are made. Addis Ababa, on the other hand, doesn't just represent Ethiopia, it represents Africa on a global scale. This is because Addis Ababa is the headquarters of the African Union. Almost every major continental decision involving politics, peace, and cooperation has its roots in Addis. It's also the host of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa. That means if you want to understand Africa's political direction, Addis is the place to watch. The city has become a symbol of Pan-Africanism, and leaders from all over the continent gather there regularly. Its role as a diplomatic capital of Africa cannot be overstated. Now, when we move west to Lagos, we find something very different. Lagos is not Nigeria's political capital, that's Abuja, but in terms of influence, Lagos outshines almost every other African city. It's Africa's largest city by population, and some estimates place it to among the top 10 largest cities in the world. Lagos is a mega city, a cultural powerhouse, and an economic juggernaut. From Nollywood to Afrobeat, Lagos shapes the image of Africa globally. It's where Africa's music, film, and fashion industries converge, making it the heartbeat of African creativity. For many outsiders, when they think of modern Africa, they imagine Lagos, noisy, energetic, unstoppable. Johannesburg enters the conversation with yet another perspective. While not the political capital of South Africa, that is Pretoria, it is undeniably the economic capital of the country and perhaps the whole continent. Johannesburg is Africa's financial powerhouse. Many multinational corporations base their African operations there, and the Johannesburg Stock Exchange is the largest in Africa. The city played a huge role in shaping Africa's history, particularly during the anti-apartheid struggle. Today, it still holds global recognition as a symbol of resilience, economic ambition, and cultural diversity. Now, let's compare their diplomatic weight. Addis Ababa clearly wins here. It is literally where Africa speaks with one voice through the AU. Nairobi comes second with its UN presence, while Lagos and Johannesburg are not diplomatic hubs but carry influence through culture and economic instead. So, if we are judging purely on diplomacy, this is the capital of Africa, but diplomacy is only one part of the story. Economically, Johannesburg is hard to beat. Its stock exchange, corporate presence, and infrastructure make it Africa's wealth center. However, Lagos cannot be ignored because of its sheer population-driven economy. Lagos is where ideas, creativity, and raw entrepreneurial spirit create global impact. Nairobi and Addis are growing, but they are still behind Lagos and Johannesburg when it comes to raw economic power. Culturally, though Lagos dominates, Afrobeat stars like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido are known globally, and Nollywood is the second largest film industry in the world by output. That means Lagos is exporting Africa's culture worldwide. Johannesburg is a close second because of its vibrant arts, music, and fashion scene. Nairobi is increasingly visible in the creative space, while Addis plays more of a political, cultural role rather than entertainment. Now, let's pause here. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to drop a comment below. Tell me which of these cities do you think feels most like Africa's capital? Your perspective matters, and I would love to feature your thoughts in future videos. And of course, make sure you are subscribed because we've got more deep dives coming your way. In terms of innovation, Nairobi stand out. It's not only about international corporations but also homegrown success stories like mobile money service M-Pesa, which has transformed financial inclusion across Africa. Nairobi represents the forward-looking Africa, an Africa that doesn't just consume technology but create it. That makes Nairobi a strong candidate for being considered Africa's future capital. On the symbolic front, Addis Ababa carries an unmatched legacy. It's where Emperor Haile Selassie championed Pan-African unity, leading to the founding of the OAU, now AU. That historical symbolism matters because it reflects Africa's long struggle for unity and independence. Addis carries a spirit that says Africa belongs to Africans. No other city embodies that legacy as strongly. Meanwhile, Lagos symbolizes modern African energy. It's chaotic, fast-moving, and sometimes overwhelming, but it reflects Africa's youth, hustle, and ambition. If Addis represents Africa's soul, Lagos represents its heartbeat, and Johannesburg, with its skyscrapers and developed infrastructure, symbolizes African ambition to stand shoulder to shoulder with global powers. Another important angle is global recognition. When outsiders talk about Africa, Lagos and Johannesburg tends to get mentioned more than Nairobi and Addis. Lagos is associated with music and film, Johannesburg with business and history. This is respected among diplomats but less known to everyday people worldwide. Nairobi gets attention for tech but doesn't yet dominate global conversations. Transportation and connectivity also play roles. Nairobi's airport is a gateway to East Africa. Addis Airport is a major hub for Ethiopian Airlines, the continent's largest airline, while Lagos and Johannesburg connect Africa to the world with massive air traffic. In terms of ease of access, all four cities compete closely. When it comes to quality of life, Johannesburg offers the most developed infrastructure. It has modern housing, roads, and services, though inequality is still stark. Nairobi and Addis face challenges like traffic congestion, while Lagos is notorious for its infrastructural struggles despite its wealth. But Lagos balances that with unmatched resilience and creativity. Education and intellectual power also matter. Addis, with its diplomatic schools and AU-linked institutions, attracts leaders and policymakers. Nairobi holds top universities that feed its tech ecosystem. Johannesburg is home to some of Africa's strongest academic institutions, while Lagos thrives in grassroots creativity rather than formal intellectual hubs. So which of these cities feels most like Africa's capital? The answer depends on what you value most. If it's diplomacy and politics, Addis Ababa. If it's technology and innovation, Nairobi. If it's economy and finance, Johannesburg. If it's culture and energy, Lagos. That's the beauty of Africa. No single city carries it all. Each city contributes a piece to the puzzle, and together they form a complete picture of what Africa represents. But if we are pushed to choose one, Lagos often feels like the capital of Africa for everyday people because of how strongly it influences music, movies, and culture globally. Addis may lead politically, Johannesburg economically, Nairobi technologically, but Lagos reaches the heart of Africans and foreigners alike. At the same time, Addis Ababa deserves the crown symbolically. It is literally the seat of Africa's political unity. Without Addis, there will be no single African voice at the global stage. And Johannesburg reminds the world that Africa is not just developing, it's ambitious, capable, and deeply connected to the global economy. Nairobi, meanwhile, inspires Africa's future. Its tech hubs shows us that what Africa can become, and Africa is a continent that innovates, creates, and leads the digital age. By looking at these four cities side by side, we see that no single one fully embodies Africa, but together they form a shared identity. Each plays a role. Addis speaks, Lagos sings, Johannesburg invests, Nairobi invents. So the real answer is Africa has not one, but four unofficial capitals, each carrying a vital part of the continent's story, and that story is still unfolding. Before we wrap up, I would love to hear from you. Which city do you think deserves the title of Africa's capital? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Give this video a thumbs up and share it so more people can join this conversation. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep celebrating Africa.